Hey everyone, how's it going? So, Thursday, and of course I'm here with you all to cover another topic, but I had a snafu happen where I thought I had made a recording live that was targeted for, I really wanted you to have access to it over the holidays, and the topic really is about 5 tips for introducing your partner to your family, thinking about the holidays and how when we're in a relationship with somebody that we feel is serious, where we can see a potential future, sometimes we decide that we want to introduce them to our family over the holidays. So I wanted to give you some things to consider when making that decision. But Christmas just passed because of that snafu. But it's still the holidays, right? New Year's is coming up and things like that. So I'm going to cover it anyway. And hopefully you'll find it helpful. And if you know somebody who you think would benefit from it, please share. And if you like it, please like it. And also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And one more thing I want to say before we jump into my topic is that I saw it was yesterday, I saw the new Bob Dylan movie, which is called A Complete Unknown, and I want to encourage you to go see it. It was such a feel-good, it was just inspiring. Felt good leaving the theater. It's rare to find movies these days that I appreciate and that leave me with a good feeling. Often it's like Marvel movies and blowing things up and big blockbuster types of movie, which isn't really my jam. So if you are similar to me in that way and you love music and you like quality films and you like biographies, I mean, it's just a story about his life and his success, and he's so interesting. And the fact that he's still touring today, I think he's in his 80s, is just like quite remarkable and amazing. What a gifted person. So it was nice to also reminisce and think about, how music holds memory for us. So like the songs would play in the movie and immediately memories would come to my forefront of my mind that I haven't actually thought about in years. So I really enjoyed every moment of that. So if you're looking for something fun to do, make sure to check out that movie. And it was packed and sold out. So book your tickets. And, you may not be in the US and you're watching this video and maybe this movie is not there yet. That if you want to see a legend, Bob Dylan, check it out. So let's just jump in to today's topic. So talk about 5 tips for introducing your partner to your family. As snow falls and the big box stores begin playing Christmas carols, which, like I said, I'm a little late on this, many of us are circling around a big milestone, which is to bring home a partner for the holidays. And maybe this is actually the first time you're going to bring this person home. Meeting family for the first time at the beginning of a relationship is often fraught, even when it goes really well. It's a big deal, right? It's not a small thing. Today, I want to share with you about how to make sure introducing your partner to family or friends goes well for the first time. Maybe put your best foot forward around it, and here are some ideas for how to do that. First, ideally, make time-bound plans in a neutral setting. Meeting a partner's parents or family for the first time can feel really high stakes, and the pressure to make a good first impression can feel really intense for everybody involved. One way to avoid making this even more high stakes than it needs to be is by choosing a setting for this introduction that puts everyone on the same footing. This means a neutral setting, ideally one that isn't where anyone involved lives, like a cafe, a lunch spot, or walk by the river are all great options. Alternatively, an event or activity where there's a separate focus other than just getting to know each other, like a function or a community event, because it kind of can take some of the pressure off. It can also be really helpful for the event to have some kind of time limit. It's easier for everyone to be the best version of themselves when they know it'll be for an hour or two. It may also make it less daunting experience for your partner. Meeting parents can be, right, really intimidating. Most of us that are listening have experienced it. 2, set everyone up for success as much as possible. There are times it may not be realistic to have your partner and family's first meeting during a tight 90-minute lunch at a benign local sandwich shop. For instance, if you live across the country from your family of origin, bringing a partner home for a holiday visit may be the most realistic option, even if that means it's kind of an intense proposition. It can be difficult to meet new people with whom your relationship will be important when you're also their house guest for one of the most stressful times of the year. Whether this is the case or not, it will help everyone if you can set them up for success as much as possible. Make sure everyone has relevant information, context, and social story about each other. For instance, make sure your family is rock solid on pronouncing your partner's name. It sounds so simple, but it's something actually that I think happens more often than we think. So be thoughtful about that. Using their pronouns, navigating their sobriety status. For example, if your family can't be relied upon to get your partner's name or pronouns right, perhaps rethink introducing them or staying at their place. Make sure your partner knows relevant information about your family as well. Who are you close with? Who has common interests with them? Who follows the same sports teams as them and can make conversation? It's also helpful to try to think about any other accommodations you can make that might help the interaction go smoother. If your grandparent is sharper and clearer in the early mornings, it might be best to work around their schedule for social plans. If your partner is an introvert who values alone time, making sure they have access to a guest bedroom where they can take time for themselves during a big family event could really be helpful. Number 3, be attuned to your partner's experience and needs. Maybe you've had the experience of attending a party, a family gathering, or a social event with a friend or loved one, and then having them disappear, leaving you to fend for yourself with strangers. Of course, it's best not to do this, whether it's for an hour or a week. Make an effort to stay attuned to how your partner is doing and what kind of experience they're having. Are they trapped in a corner with your cousin who likes to monologue about cryptocurrency? Do they have an unsettled look on their face after a conversation with your dad? And it might be a good idea to actually check in. In a similar vein, stay attuned to moments where it might be important to set boundaries or establish expectations during social exchanges. If a family member behaves inappropriately, be prepared to intervene in the moment and make clear that it isn't okay. If your partner is on the defensive with your family, make it clear that you back them. Similarly, it's entirely possible for your partner they may step on toes or bumble in a room full of family, right? They may realize there's a family, may not know the family norms, right? Every family has a culture. So try to stay engaged in the moment and help reset rather than leaving anyone out to dry. Number 4, accept that your partner and family might not like each other as much as you like them. Assuming you have a good relationship with our families, right? Your family, it's usually our dream that our favorite person also becomes a favorite person in our families too, and vice versa. If we don't have a good relationship with our families, we may have other totally different hopes and dreams about our partner interacting with them. This is a completely normal thing to want, but going in for a specific outcome like this may put undue pressure on everyone involved. So instead, try to aim for just having a successful first interaction, whatever that looks like realistically for your relationship and your family. However, your partner and your family members authentically feel about each other after that is up to them, really. You don't have control over that, right? It's not your job to make anyone like or love each other, just to do your very best in all your relationships, showing up authentically, being attuned. Number 5, take feedback for next time. If your relationship is a serious or long-term one, this won't be a one-time interaction. Listen to your partner and your family about what could go better next time, even if it's hard to hear. Does your partner feel strongly that you should stay at a hotel next time, or that they don't want to go to family events if your one racist cousin is also going to be there? Taking them seriously now will help build trust in the future and will make future family events less likely to end in conflict, resentment, uncomfortable situations. So these are some things I want you to consider. And if you are with somebody that you want to introduce to your family, I want to also celebrate the fact that you have found somebody that you're really connecting with and that you feel is significant and important enough to introduce to your family. And I hope you have a wonderful holiday season and a good New Year's. I will be posting next week as well. And hopefully I won't have another snafu where I miss the holiday post. But sending you all lots of love and joy and laughter, and I will see you all next week. Kisses, hugs, and make sure to subscribe. And thanks to you, those who have already subscribed. See you next time.